Hi, it has been so long. I'm so behind. I'm gonna get caught up, and we're gonna start with my May reading wrap up. I was really struggling with reading at that point in time, and I spent most of it just reading the Mary-Kate and Ashley Two of a Kind series because they are really easy to read. So yeah, most of it is that. Sorry. Starting off with My Sister the Supermodel, I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I liked how this one was very, just because I like that doesn't mean I can't also like this. It's very, like what you like and don't be afraid to step out of the box everyone's shoved you into. Next was Choose a Crowd. This was 2 out of 5 stars. There's so much pettiness and jealousy in this one, and most of it comes from nothing. The manipulation is also pretty gross. While the twist at the end was possibly meant to be funny, it was more creepy and unsettling. Seriously, if someone did that in real life, we'd be blocking them on every level. Next was Let's Party. This was 3 out of 5 stars. A great example of why surprise parties aren't always a good idea. But again, why are they so petty? All of the arguments and most of the issues in this could have been resolved if they just got over themselves and worked together. Calling All Boys. This one was 3 out of 5 stars. You had one rule and you couldn't even stick to that. Nice job. Also, where were those repercussions? I was looking forward to finding out how much trouble they'd land in, but we never got that part. Winner Take All. 2 out of 5 stars. It's a bit fitting that this is the book that had a different author because it really shows. The way Ashley treats people in this book isn't her style at all. This author wrote a completely different character and gave her the same name. Sure, Ashley gets passionate about things when she wants them, but not like this. P.S. Wish You Were Here. 3 out of 5 stars. 2000s technology and communication issues. Gotta be honest, I miss being less accessible, but not like this. This makes me glad we have access to so many forms of instant communication. It's kind of a funny story. 4 out of 5 stars. I can't tell if I am impressed or disappointed that this didn't make me cry. I was certainly expecting it to. While I know movie adaptations are often incredibly different from the book, I think this one kind of took a couple of basic elements and just scrapped the rest. Character names, going to hospital, one specific scene that may be the worst scene in the whole thing. That's all that was left in. I did see the movie years ago and spent a huge chunk of this book on edge waiting for something to happen that never did. Thinking about it, this might be one of the least accurate book to movie adaptations I've ever seen. But the book. I enjoyed reading this for the most part. It was easy to read, it did have a few funny parts, but it also had a lot of sad parts. Actually, it did make me cry, but not for something bad. Something wholesome. The main character gives major autistic vibes throughout the book, and that raised some interesting questions. I also wonder if the impact of the book might have been different if I'd read it 15 years ago. Not as an 11-year-old, but in the context of the author's experiences. Back to these. The Cool Club. 3 out of 5 stars. What would you do to join a secret club of cool kids? Apparently, abandoning friends, breaking school rules, vandalism, and giving teachers food poisoning are acceptable, but we draw the line at pranking a friend. And this whole thing isn't even about being friends with them. It starts off as just trying to get in with the cool crowd, but most of it is trying to be friends with someone just because you might get something out of it. Either way, that's a terrible way to start a friendship. War of the Wardrobes. 3 out of 5 stars. Ah yes, the dreaded school uniform. This one had a few fun jokes and tricks mixed in, and some parts that had me rolling my eyes. I'm thinking about that one now, with how far into the series I am at this point, and how that uniform issue hasn't really come up again. They're back to wearing whatever the hell they want. Did we really have this whole argument for nothing? Wow, we really had this whole thing for nothing. Bye Bye Boyfriend. 3 out of 5 stars. So dramatic. Pun not intended, but it fits. They were clever, but they're also incredibly lucky that the timing worked in their favor. This could have ended in all sorts of disasters. It's Snow Problem. 3 out of 5 stars. Competition, school spirit, and a prank war. What could be more exciting? Likes me not. 3 out of 5 stars. Ah, look. There's that miscommunication trope. Sure thing. 3 out of 5 stars. Honestly, not sure this one was believable. Mary-Kate is the one who's generally tough and sporty and not afraid of things, but they switched the roles to this book and it just didn't feel realistic. 2 for the Road. 3 out of 5 stars. Much like part 1, this did not feel believable. She's searched her entire bag and her sister's bag multiple times, incredibly thoroughly, and just magically missed an entire pocket? No! Surprise, surprise. 3 out of 5 stars. Mary-Kate, stop treating Ashley like your personal servant challenge! This one did wrap up quite nicely, though. Sealed with a Kiss. 3 out of 5 stars. Spooky fun and a funky plot twist I did not see coming. A plot twist was hinted, but it ran in a very different direction to what I was expecting. Now you see him, now you don't. 3 out of 5 stars. This one is a bit silly, but what else do you expect when you mix horses and magicians? April Fool's Rules. 4 out of 5 stars. This one was fun. Sometimes timing is the most important detail, and this book ran with that on multiple levels. So that's it. That's what we read in May. Have you read? So that's it. That's what we read in May. No further thoughts or comments. I'm done.